Hey guys, and welcome to the first episode of how to make your patterns. So what I'm gonna do today, you guys, is that I will explain to you how to make them, but first the first thing you have to know about the patterns are the parts of them. So let me show you, okay? So here I have these two patterns. This is the front and this is the back. So maybe you have seen this kind of patterns before. If you don't, well, here I have both of them. These ones are like the basic ones, the ones that you can actually make a lot of transformations. That's how we call it in Spanish. Maybe you're tell them the pattern making. So let me explain to you how or the names of each one. So let's go first with the front part, alright? So this is the front part. Maybe if you don't see it very clear, here you have it. When I told you that you maybe have seen one of these before, maybe you've seen kind of similar ones like this. Maybe you've seen like cut it in half or in here or something, but well, these ones are the very basic. So let me explain to you. Every single measurement, or at least the bust, the waist and the hips are not here, are the ones that you divided by 4. So first of all, we have here the bust side here, where well, this is the bust side and this is where your nipple is, and here's the waist, and this thing here is for the dart here. So the darts, the ones that you can use, are from the waist and from the bust. Maybe you've seen some videos on the internet that you can actually take a piece of your favorite shirt and you can actually trace the pattern as well. So maybe you've seen that, and maybe if you have tried, but if you have like a big bust, then maybe it didn't work because well, you can't use very like cotton fabric, not spandex, kind of. If you use a cotton fabric and place it without this kind of dart that are here, maybe you've seen like it's actually very tight. So yes. So as well, the other side of these patterns is actually the armhole, and I don't know if you can see it. Well, here it is, the neck, and this is from the neck to the waist, and the highest part of your shoulder to your waist down here. So as you can see, there are a lot of lines in here. It's because you can actually use a lot of geometry and to make your patterns. That's what I'm going to show you, but later. So well, let me later explain the parts of this, alright? So for the back is way more easily to make because you can easily take the same measurements of the front part and trace them here. So as you can see as well, you can see the dart from the waist, and here's only the back width, and the armholes, and also another dart that you can use between, well, your shoulder here, and you can trace a lot of things with this, but you can actually trace a lot of darts anywhere you want it. The only thing, well, that's something I will point out another day, alright? So easy, guys. Well, maybe not so very easy because I'm not explaining it very well, but well, this is what I have right now. So coming back to this pattern here, you can actually make these patterns just like it is, and to take away this dart from here. But I'm telling you by experience that these darts are very useful. But to take like rid of, you actually need to work with a fabric that's to use spandex. That's what I mean. That for to make like for example t-shirts and stuff like that. Something that you can actually expand like other type of fabrics. Right now, well, I can kind of have an example for you. Here I have this very cheap type of fabric that I use for lining my bags. But let's make, for example, that I'm going to use it for maybe a blouse, alright? So here's the thing, you guys. If you use this type of pattern, but you don't actually use this one, then what's going to happen to your bust is that it will actually be very tight. But if you use if you use this same fabric but inserting this dart here, then you can actually feel more comfortable because you know, if you use a flat thing like, well, this pattern here, if you use it all flat and you try to make it three-dimensional, then it's not gonna work, because you have, well, women have bust, and well, if you don't, maybe there won't be, well, I don't mean if you don't, because every woman does, but if you have a small bust, then maybe it won't bother you at all. But like, for example, me or only any other woman out there that actually have it, if you make a dart, then it will leave you a space for your bust. So as you can see, I was telling you, this one's not spandex but only cotton like fabric. But yes, so alright, so I know that maybe this kind of dart will be maybe a little bit comfortable, but you can get rid of this one by using some methods that I know, but I will teach you later.